Good afternoon or good morning or maybe even good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VD arrives on air with a rare these days DZ stream. So I'm again pretty late, 12 hours late to be honest. To be precise, it's not great, everything's not great in terms of like my inability to stream, and it's actually pretty frustrating for me because I like streaming, but things get in the way. My own procrastination, to be honest, gets in the way a lot, and yeah, I end up with what I end up here. So just being all over the place in terms of streaming time and the length of the streams and whatnot. So mostly short ones, of course. So it's not like I'm going to get lots of time to stream. So it's not that random. But I got a little bit of time today, more than an hour. So hope it just gives us something, gives us some adventures. So let me stop the music. So let's start. Okay, we are at the edge of the map, and the idea is that I have characters like this one. Pretty much everywhere I have them. And I have a lot of them since I have a lot of copies of DayZ, and I'd be just switching between them when I'd want to start a fresh character, because yeah, starting a stream with a fresh character, it feels how it's supposed to be. So I would often just leave a character that would end up on an empty server surviving with loot somewhere in the middle of nowhere due to the progression. I would leave them be and switch to another server, another character, everything another, just to have that opportunity to start from scratch. So, but the vibe's coming. The new version is going to hit stable sooner or later. And everything's gonna be just pretty much taken away. So we got to be ready in terms of we don't want anything to be taken away from us, and the best way to do it is just to find a way to spend it. It's not that I'm going to just intentionally like discard my characters, but I'll try to do something a little bit more risky, something a little bit more, well, dangerous, just in order to finally do something to the characters. And if I end up in a situation where I just get killed, I will, I promise, I will leave it be. I won't try to reach the body unless I spawn next to it. I won't try to, like, have some sort of a revenge and whatnot. Oh, that's a little bit unexpected. How did you climb here? So that's the idea. So otherwise this one's going to be a short stream. The server has some players but not a lot. Pretty much clicked the first one. What's that there? It's a god. I'm curious, can I actually hit it? That would be like 300 meters, I think. I'm going to try. Long range hunting. It's not even moving. Oh, that's way less. That's like I missed it a lot. Where did it go? Still there. So it's more like 500, probably 400. To land the shot's gonna be... Ooh. Okay. Is that like 700 or something? That's not my distance, especially looking at the gods. That was close. So I just got to aim a little bit higher, I think. That didn't hit anything. That hit the ground in front of him. That again hit the ground in front of him. And that hit the fence in front of him. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, gotta take care of these ones. I'm not a good sniper. So I've definitely attracted some people. Who else wants some? I managed to hit the fence in front of that god. Which is... And no, it's still there. Where did it go? I cannot see it anymore. Ah, it's over there. You gotta be kidding me. The target's too small for me. Okay, I don't have a lot of rounds. Yeah, I cannot see him really. Where is it going to? Okay. I'm afraid I'm going to have some visitors if I do not take care about it. If I do not take care about like my position here. So this way. Yeah, some zombies definitely didn't like that. Okay, enough shooting. Let's check a couple houses because, yeah, we need food. And by the way, let's not forget, we have to make a couple presents. As you can see, the character still has the loot from the Christmas event. So we gotta make some presents and leave them somewhere. Probably something stupid. Unfortunately, you cannot pack ruined things inside the wrapping paper. That would have been the most hilarious thing. But we gotta find something that would just make it utterly a stupid present. I've always been curious, is it possible to pack this one, for example? Oh yeah, it is. A big present. Nice. And these rounds. stupid too. Well, mostly. Okay, let me just adjust my mouse cable. My mouse seems a little bit wonky. Feels a little bit wonky today. But that's probably because I haven't really played this game in a very long time. What are you? Lunch meat. Okay, that's what we need. Yeah, the things feel kinda really wonky, I would say. Unstable. Let's put it that way. So maybe my mouse is too old. And it is actually too old, but now it's like the age is coming through. The age I now can feel. The sensors seem to be reacting properly on everything. When I tested separately everything, like the movement, the reaction of the sensor, everything feels right, everything feels good, but oops, wrong button. Oops, there's another one behind. Good to have a pistol. A silent pistol that you can use in this type of situations. We're still good. We're still good. So I made some noise, but I sorta started. I sorta left the area immediately. I don't want to be discovered by people. I want to discover people by the noises they make, not I. Okay. Fortunately, it lasts for some time sometimes. So this is that type of a game when just seeing your enemy before the enemy can see you would give you probably the most advantage possible. So even a new spawn with just single chambered shotgun boomstick can pretty much send you back to the coast fully geared if they just wait for the right moment, if they get that moment and use it properly against you. Okay, I'm kinda maybe it feels wonky after GeoGuessr, that sorta where you sorta kinda move around too. but in a very different way. Interesting, no zombies down there. No, there is a couple. Let's take a look at that building, but that's all I need from this place. This one's still military. Can hear the cows from the farm. So far, not really a lot of signs of people. So let's go and hit that summer camp in the woods. It's a really good location if you're in new spawn. I'm not in new spawn, but still. My shoes are damaged. And these ones, these are different ones. No bases here. Usually there is something. I remember that I was playing with a different character last time, and that character was in the south. So, and I sorta kinda just switched to this one because that's how I do it, semi-randomly. But that one, maybe that one, I think, been alive for a very long time, and maybe if you're thinking about a goal for that character, maybe let's make her. Wait a second, that's a real one. Okay, I have a spark plug. We need a car battery only. Okay, and some water. I have a bottle. I don't have any canteens. Okay, we have something at our hands here. And we are pretty much in the area that spawns car parts. Not a lot, but it does. Okay, now we are looting it, but first I got to make some room in my inventory. So if I don't find the car battery, then I might move on if I don't find it here. But I'm going to at least to try looking for it. It's a zombie. Two zombies actually. Brothers in just different jumpsuits. car part, but not the one we need. I'm going to hit the outskirts first. Not a car part. Okay. So this group of buildings here. That's not a battery, though it's definitely related. No car batteries here, but easily could have been. Swov, good afternoon, welcome, welcome. It is going. Got a little bit of time to play DayZ. Just a tad. All of a sudden, in the middle of the day. So I'm here with like a very late but still a DayZ stream. Yeah, these silo towers, they can be actually pretty good when it comes to car parts. So let's check them. Nothing. No, not nothing. There's a glow plug in here. In very good condition. So, technically an automobile part. That's not the one we need. All shoes, okay. And shoes again, sneakers. Oops, that was a mistake. You got to spend a second and reload somewhere. Check the state of my guns. Yeah, I have a spare mag. That's cool. Got to reload my sniper rifle. Attracting all the zombies. And on top of attracting all the zombies, not being able just to fight them off properly. Okay, now we gotta take a look at this more closely. More closely here, if there is a battery hiding somewhere in the corner that I missed. Desert Eagle magazine. Yeah, this character is not using Desert Eagles, not using 357 for anything, which is rare. thing for me. Okay, no structures here. But this structure here, it's military, so not hoping to find any batteries unless somebody just brought them in here. So in this thing, it doesn't have a battery. It only has a spark plug, right? Okay, you done. A perfectly good tomato. Some duct tape and a pistol. Interesting offer. Okay, and we have checked this and there's nothing in this area, so we got to go somewhere else. Okay. There's a log wrench, which is a good thing to have if you have a car. Can you? Yep, you can have it on your back. Okay, so I've checked everything here. No car batteries. There's this though. Where did the old one go? Going to leave it in here. Just for now. So, strangely enough, the cars, they rarely spawn batteries. I think it would be way easier to find the spark plug. Okay, so let's go hit. What are you doing here? Let's go hit the summer camp really fast. Yeah, that's the summer camp. So let's stop in the tree for a second. And reload things. I have quite some rounds for my sidearm, so it's truly a sidearm, not just an overpowered toy. Loading these two. Just give me a short second. Getting notifications here. Why did I get this notification? Okay. Just a second. later. That's better. 2 full magazines. That's coming from the place I just left. Now somebody else is shooting something there. Somebody actually heard my shots and came there. I think that's what happened. So what I know about this place, it doesn't spawn car batteries in the hunting houses and the cabins, but there is like a couple places where it might actually spawn something. Yeah, this is pointless to even check. But this here tends to spawn things sometimes that we need. Without a chocolate bar inside. Leggings, no batteries, okay. Let's enjoy this rice. And then maybe go to the farm, because that place can spawn car batteries too. I'm just going to eat all the big food, and then maybe all the small food. Well, all the big food in terms of density. All the low density food. Low calorie density food, that's the right way to put it. Tushonka here, it's like high calorie density, so it stays for now. Nothing around here. Some good knives. Do we need good knives? We're actually carrying one just on our gun. Sheath would be nice. Does this place spawn sheaths? That's actually something we could use. And this maybe too. Okay, it's not that pointless for us to loot this place. I take my words back. More tushonka. Okay. No sheaths tonight, so I guess we just... I guess we just got to keep going. Feastmaster, good afternoon, welcome. get dragged out shopping. I see. This one's going to be a short one, so anyway, thank you for jumping in. I just finally got some time to play something than GeoGuessr, finally. So just a little bit more time than an hour. Then I'll have to run, as usual, but yeah. And by the way, for those who just joined, this is my super late stream. I'm like 12 hours late. Yeah. Lots of that recently. Oh, Nicola, good evening. Good afternoon, actually, sorry, welcome. I keep saying good evening because that's what I'm used to, but it is afternoon. And both Lond? Yeah, all the day people, daytime people. Nice to see you. Once in a while, streaming when it's not like deep dark night. Just to see all the day people, daytime people. It's kind of nice. The round distance is insane now, though you won't be able to see people. That's not a people, that's a zombie. I can see a zombie at that distance? You gotta be really kidding me. Win98 quick install. Yeah, I know about it. I wanted to try it. The last hardware supported, I think that would be something like core to duo, core to quad. I think that's what I heard from Phil's lab, I think. That guy. So I have a ton of 5, I think, motherboards with like core to duo, core to quad. i3, you tested on i3, cool. So it depends on, I think, if your SATA supports like the IDE mode over SATA. If it supports IDE over SATA, then yeah, you can do it. But I heard that the last boards that would do it, it's the boards for Core 2 Duo, Core 2 Quad, Core 2 CPUs. Yeah, that zombie seems to be pretty restless there. There's definitely somebody, because I can see a zombie. Well, I mean, I can't see anything else. I can't see any other zombies. But that one seems to be running back and forth on that roof. Seems to be ignored the readme. Well, it wasn't in the readme, it was in like, I don't remember whose video it was. So, but after that video I decided to keep a bunch of Core 2 motherboards. I wanted to try Win98 install on like period correct hardware. Would it work? Like something like Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3. Happy lurking. And yeah, I'll try that how's it called, quick install 90, Windows 98 quick install. Okay, we got to remember one thing about this place. It actually spawns crossbows. That's a radiator, so we are sort of close. Quite often I would find the radiators on top of silos like that one. Yeah, there's a well just next to us. Okay. The zombies are walking in groups in the middle of that field. Any mushies here? Okay, we're here for just a car battery. There's a lot of places where you might find one in here. Ooh, I'm lagging. That's not good. This server is supposed to have a good ping for me, but I'm lagging. What's going on? Somebody's approaching. There's a base with ton of loot nearby. That'll come in handy. By the way, I have grenades. And nothing to do with them but to make traps, so maybe we got to do that too. Okay, I'm getting notifications on my phone. Unfortunately, that's like that's why I don't really like streaming when it's daytime. I get distracted a lot, and I have to unfortunately react on that. Technically, in my case, the only excuse to like ignore the notifications, messages and whatnot would be sleeping. And that excuse I use a lot. For some reason that one works. Other ones, not really that much. Almost like can see the southern farm from here. Well, I cannot. I don't think I can. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it's behind the hill. Maybe because it's too far. I think it has a water tower, so it should be visible. But the road that leaves for it is this one, I think. Is it though? Okay, there was an outhouse that I haven't checked. Okay, do I need this? Yeah, I can actually use it. Okay, with all these notifications and whatnot, I need a short break that I'm going to use as a potty break. So, what's that? Is that a part of the... Yeah, that's the hood. So, short break and we'll continue after it. I really need to take it because of all the notifications and I have to actually answer. So, be right back.
Guy shot me, really geared. Did you hear me speaking game? Behind greenhouse. Behind greenhouse, next to the well. Really geared guy.
What you doing in there, bud? Come out with your hands up, dude, or else you won't. You'll get killed if you don't.
Nice.
And after this break with some music, I'm back. So let's continue. So we are looking for a car battery. We are in the area that can actually give us one easily. We don't even need to go to the town. But we heard a lot of shots in Bilava that we started at and left it. So we attracted somebody with our shots to Bilava. And they might be just sort of kind of going in the same direction. But the shots we heard, they sounded like they were very intentional in terms of just creating the noise. There's nothing here. Even in places like this one, it can be spawning, so we are checking everything. Lots of logs tonight. The game obviously wants me to build a base or something. Got me cornered a little bit even. Okay. So I actually forgot that we needed to have some water at the well. Because we are constantly overheating. No invisible car batteries on this side. Car battery is visible only from one side of the barn and invisible from another side of the barn. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so let's prepare our bottle. I'm not sure the water's safe. That's the place we need. Yeah, there's an angle on it from the hill. So technically you can get shot here. From far away, I mean. The second bottle. So the farm itself doesn't really have a lot of possible loot spawns for things like car batteries, but a couple compounds just downhill, yeah, they do. They can offer you some interesting stuff of that type. So after those shots, everything now seems to be like very quiet. That feels even more on. Kinda was a little bit better with the shots behind. But yeah, I didn't go back there, didn't want to. Hi. So there's a row of garages over there. This factory has it. This compound. Broom. Okay, well, I mean, you gotta clean it somehow, right? Keep it clean. So why not to have a broom? The row of garages. Yeah, I kinda misremembered it. It's sorta not that big. It's not 6, it's just 3. Okay, there's more down there. There's more downhill. Oops. No car batteries in here. I have a feeling I might end up finding not a car battery, but another car with the battery spawned inside of it. There's some seeds over there. That zombie is probably gone. I looked out. The distance was a little bit too big for things to be like super consistent. So, but the fact that I could see that zombie on that roof of that apartment block building kinda simply means that if the town had zombies, I could have seen them. So that town doesn't have any zombies. Which is disappointing. Does this one spawn anything? Well, I mean, even if it does, there's no leather. But these two, they have leathers. But let's first check what's on the ground level. Yeah, it would be nice if this crate spawned something. Though that would be probably a ton of loot already. This is strangely empty. Usually there's more stuff. Disappointing. So we have a row of garages over there. This truck. Do you have anything for us? Some gloves. Don't want to interact with all the zombies at once. Okay, this compound doesn't seem to be especially good today. Okay, I'm aggroing zombies, but then they lose. Well, semi-aggroing them, but then they kinda stop looking for me. Till I just start rubbing that my presence in their face. Nothing to see here. Duct tape that we do not need. So these buildings, I haven't looted them since the release of Livonia. They're supposed to spawn civilian loot, but yeah, who knows. And these two silos. That one had, I think it's gone now. That one, yeah, they're still shooting at that place, which is sorta insane. People tend to just in 5 minutes get from one side of the map to another. And the shots of the same type are still coming from the same spot. Been coming for like several dozen minutes. I'd pay them a visit at this point, because they seem to be insisting, but I'm on a mission. And the probabilities to find adventures when you're on some sort of mission are way higher than just following some random shots. That people might be even doing not just to bait, but to kill a couple of zombies and simply log out. Oops. I thought I was going to get attacked by two. Civilian, okay. So if it's civilian, it's not workshop, and no workshop loot means no car batteries, unfortunately. Oops. Yeah, there's a hole. Okay, there's some nice food in here. I think this is the only place in Livonia where they have this statue installed. I'm not sure about Radzanica or the one that's next to Radunin. I think it has a symbol of something else, not the statue. But I think this one's only here. Does it have anything written on it? spark plug. Mine's damaged. So that's good. Yeah, people do different stuff. I expected them to follow after those shots. I expected them just to follow down the road to Topolin, but instead they stayed in Belava, kept shooting, which is in DZ it's a rare behavior, I would say. That's really asking for it. Gotta feed my character. Cause why not? I'm kinda curious to get that car running. I should have hidden the radiator somewhere, but on the other side not going to be that evil. If somebody else finds that car and they have the parts, so be it. Though the radiators seem to be, at least today, they seem to be easier to find than the car batteries and the spark plugs. Okay, hello there. Didn't see that opening coming. So there was a zombie on this building. It's gone now, but I think it's gone because I logged out and logged in. And I have never seen any other zombies in the town, but if that one rendered, then the rest of them would have rendered. That is, if they were there. I cannot see anything. Ah, no. I can see one. So maybe something's going on in that part of the town. Or maybe it's just one of those static zombies. Ah, there's another one. No eyes on the PD from this hill. And no eyes on that field. So maybe we have a ton of them walking behind these buildings. We have more places to loot down here. Yeah, you die in this bush and stay invisible over there. So the cars, I don't remember spawning car batteries, but these places, these small buildings, small towers, they would sometimes actually do spawn them. anything interesting in here besides the zombies. Okay, there is some useful stuff here. Though I'm finding a lot of welder's masks tonight. It's like the fourth, or maybe, well, at least the third one, but maybe even the fifth one. Yeah, I keep finding spark plugs, I keep finding food, keep finding everything. But not what I need. There is a small compound, I think, over there. Yeah. Just don't want to go to the other side of the river yet, to the other bank. You come here. Yeah, got to check this place too. We have some zombies running over there now. Not a lot though, I only can see two. Oops. That was a couple pretty strange legs. You die. Can opener. Nice, but I don't have anything that would require can opener. Yeah. Literally the last building in the area. We got it where the last building in the area is. Okay. We have to find some room, which is not going to be that hard, because we actually have some things to eat. Yep. So, and now we just take something from here and do it like this. And that's the slot for the battery. Maybe let's enjoy some tushonka. I keep getting the notifications. This is the very last building in the whole northern Topolin compound area. Like farm, small industrial zone, this construction site, everything. Literally the last one I checked. Check the phone. Ah no, it wasn't the last building. The last building would be this one. Okay, now we checked, I think, every one of them. Okay. Let's get back to the car. Now we are not going to take a lot of risks because we are on a mission. So there's two modes for me: looking for adventures or being on a mission. And usually you would find adventures not when looking for them, but when just being on the mission. Yeah, the radiator seems to be gone from that one. Ah no, it's not the one with the radiator. My character is fully energized now and hydrated, and that's where the tree line ends. Okay. And because of that car battery and a couple pretty heavy guns, yeah, my stamina is not great, and because of the armor I'm wearing, so now we are slowly getting back to the car. This time trying not to get killed, like the last time I was looking for something in Polyana and I like found it and I got... Oh yeah, this is nice. And I got killed there before I could leave Polyana. Well, on top of that I was looking for adventures, so that was sort of adventures. Sort of adventures it was. I would have been picking up water vessels too for the radiator, but yeah, I haven't seen a single one. Oh, that's always interesting to find things like that. An empty barrel in the middle of nowhere. Let's make it less middle of nowhere. I think there's a tent in here. A shelter, yeah. With some loot even, which is sorta kinda nice. So let's make a present then. Let's take something stupid. Yeah, these rounds and leave this in the leave them in the shelter. Somebody will find it. Or I will go back and pick this up. Nice place for a shelter though. Oh, there's another barrel in here. Okay, this one is actually a little bit more interesting. We found somebody's proper stash. Any rounds for me? And we have some water vessels. Though I need to deal with the rest of it first. Is it possible to pack this gun into the... Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, it's too big. Okay. That's real. We found some real stuff in here. Somehow the shelter looks looted. Discovered that looted and even maybe abandoned. But this barrel feels like it's very legit still. I mean, okay, another notification on my phone. Is something going on here? Not sure what's go. I can see the notification, but I cannot see the messages. Give me a second. It's annoying. Okay, something strange is going on. That I'll figure out a little bit later. Okay, you know what? I will have to go pretty soon. Actually, already kinda have to go. So I think I'll do what? I'll immobilize the car. Using that barrel we found to store stuff in there, and then I'll try to continue this adventure a little bit later. Okay, you coming? Okay, let's see. The radiator's here, right? It is empty. That's all right. So let's lock the wheels on the car like this. Okay, give me a second. I'm hearing some strange noises. Just a sec. Okay, I'm back. I don't know, heard like somebody was opening and closing doors, but I'm alone in the apartment, and it's not that big. Now let's grab the radiator. Can run with this one. So it's nice that that stash, despite the tent, the shelter getting discovered and looted, that stash stayed intact. So that means that this server hasn't seen a lot of ESP players. Which is like super nice, I would say. That's where you are. Stay here for now. Gonna grab the barrel. And hide it a little bit downhill. Okay, this looks like a good tree. A good couple trees even. Not all the way down there. Maybe those couple trees would be even better. Well, they seem to be pretty much the same. Take this. Boom, 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 boom. Started spawning mushrooms. Yeah, this yellow barrel came in actually super handy all of a sudden. Okay. Not great, not terrible. Actually, no, pretty good, I would say. Completely invisible from one side. Hard to open because of being in the tree. Like this. Drop this in here temporarily-ish. Just to get some stamina back. They seem to be now shooting somewhere around below our farm. But we have our own thing going on here. Still there. Still dead. Stealing evil from that car, from that car, from that car. Stealing evil from that car. We are stealing. Hiding that will in the woods, in the woods, in the woods. Hiding that will in the woods to completely lose it. Yeah, those people seem to be desperate for attention. Okay. All of a sudden, this kinda short stream turned into another car thingy. Happens a lot to me. Okay, this goes in here. As well as the radiator. The 12, no. I've been only preparing for some awesome adventures and I just, yeah. Only finished up preparations. So, but I found this thing in the woods. And what I like, that this thing, obviously it looks abandoned, it got found, and it got looted, but this barrel seems to be completely intact, still full. And this is a new spawn area, this is not just the south where people would already have all the loots. So the places next to each other, one got discovered and one did not. The shots are still going on around me, but I found a car and yeah, I'm on a car adventures here, but I only got enough time to find all the parts for the car and hide them in the woods. So, and now it's gonna be time for me to call it a day. It's been a short one, just as I explained. Unfortunately, still having problems with finding time to stream, partially due to being busy, partially due to like procrastinating a lot. What else? Not going to promise to try to do it better. I'm trying to do it better every time. So far guess not trying enough. But anyway, this has been my very short and very late stream. This one happened like 12 hours late than it normally would be, but at least I'm glad it still happened. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really got to run, so let's call it a stream here. YouTube people, thank you for watching on YouTube. If you like this one, though nothing really happened here, please leave a like, subscribe for more. Twitch people, I could see quite some lurkers. All the people jumping in the chat, Zwov, Feast, Boflont, Nicola, thank you for jumping in and chatting. And let's find somebody to raid. Oh yeah, I'm curious if we can raid this person. So sometimes I would do DIY stuff, sometimes I would do some interesting things on stream, not just playing games, but something with my hands. So let's go and say hi to a person that's the ultimate DIY person. He is a musician, he is a huge DIYer. He is a self-taught engineer. Let's go and say hi to Winter Gatan, who is famous for his marble music machine. I do not see him streaming a lot, so let's go and say hi to him because he deserves some support. He's been working on his marble machine for eternity, but that's enough. Let's go and say hi to Mr. Max Molin, Winter Gatan, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye and good night. Or later, not tomorrow.